Hey guys, welcome back to Frosty Pine Labs. Today I've got something a little bit out of the ordinary, the Sig Sauer P320 M17 air pistol. We're going to run through some of its features, we're going to chronograph it, we're going to hit some ballistics gel for depth, and we're going to hit some targets for some accuracy. Stay tuned and we'll get into it. Alright guys, so I picked this up at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop a while ago. I had an issue with starlings and grackles getting into the vents on my house or trying to get in, so I figured I wanted something a little quiet that I could deal with them and not shoot a firearm in town or anything like that. So I came across this little Sig Sauer. It is a CO2 air pistol. It takes little CO2 canisters, and it has a 20 round magazine, a belt-fed magazine that loops the rounds around. It shoots in 177. It can shoot pellets and BBs. I recommend pellets out of it. It is made for pellets. The pellets are going to be more accurate and reliable. It has blowback as well, so we'll do some slow-mo shots of the blowback firing. It's actually pretty impressive. And then we come in with a weight of just over 2 pounds, 2.21 pounds, with a 4.1 or a 4.6 inch barrel. It says it's coming in at 380 feet per second, depending on whatever you're using. So we have the chronograph here. We'll test the steel BBs. We'll test the speed on them as well. We'll test depth and penetration from 10 yards on a ballistics gel block, and then we will also test for accuracy from 10 or 15 yards with the little red targets there. So let's get into it and open it up. Hey guys, so this is it here. Looks pretty similar to the M17 sidearm for the American military. Don't mind, this is an older gun for me. I've had some botched laser engraving from when I first started learning. So this doesn't come like that. It comes the rest of the color like this, without all of that. It has its safety here, ambidextrous safety on either side. You can take it apart. There you go. Perfect. It comes down. This follower comes out. The barrel will come out, and you can click it all back in case you get a squib round or something, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Simple enough to go back together as well. You find where it is, pull it back, lock it in, and find that little nub locked in, and you're good to go again. It does have a gas-powered latch system or mag release. So when you click it, the gas will actually pop it out a little bit. And as you can see here, it's a very simple loading system. Very simple here. So it opens up. You drop your air tube in. I've got one in my pocket here. And you close it. Oh, get it in there. And then you close it. You'll hear it sort of crack in a little bit. Normally the magazine will go here. I'll grab it quick and show you. The magazine is unloaded. We'll go over the magazine in a minute. The magazine will normally fit right in here. But for demonstration purposes, we don't want it loaded. We're just going to show the blowback function. So magazine is out. So yeah, let's get some slow-mo shots of the blowback. All right, so to show an example of the gas release system, you can hear it. It drops it freely every time and just loads right back in. Now it does have blowback action, as you can see. So I'll just shoot around. Well, first actually, there's no rounds in it. I'll just shoot it. Right now it's in safety mode, and as you can hear, nothing happens. As soon as you take it off safety, you get the blowback action that you're going to see. So we'll get some slow-mo shots of the blowback so you can see it up close and in style, and then we'll move on to some other testing. Alright guys, so as we can see, the magazine here detaches and it opens from the back. And as I mentioned before, it's a belt-fed system. So it will feed through as you fire the rounds. The belt will move. It holds 20 rounds. So first we're going to load up 5 rounds of these. So we have the Destroyer 177s by Crosman. It's kind of like a wad cutter with a bit of a point and a hollow tip on it. And then I've got these Black Widow steel BBs also from Crosman. And we're going to just test the velocities on both of these, and then we're going to test penetration and target as well. So let's get started. We'll load up. I'm going to load up 5 of the pellets first into this, and then that will go into here, and then that will go into the air pistol, and we'll test the speeds here. Alright guys, so we're going to shoot 5 of each of these pellets over the chronograph just to see how quickly they're moving. Let's go into, there we go, feet per second. And to make it fair, we're going to give each time we shoot, we're going to use a new canister. That way it's fresh right out of there. We're not losing power as we shoot, the way that air guns sort of work. So we'll crack a new one. We'll load up our pellets. And we are good to test the chronograph. Okay, first up we're testing the 7.4 grain Destroyer by Crosman. So round one, 349, 2, 316, 3, 295, 4, error, 282, 273. Perfect. So as you can see, each time we shot, we dropped a fair little percent. You can see sort of how many shots you're going to get realistically out of it. We saw a drop of about maybe 10 feet per second each pellet we were shooting. So the first few pellets are going to be your most powerful, and it's going to decrease in power. Let's load up some of the steel BBs and see what sort of speeds we're getting on those. Alright, so now we're going to test the Black Widow Precision Steel BBs out of the barrel here. We'll shoot 5 rounds, average them out, and see how fast they're shooting. Again, we used the new canister of air, so it's fair, and we'll see how it goes. So put those down, safety off. 1 steel BB, 372, 338, 319, 317, and 306. So we can see that it's dropping about the same per round. That's what you're going to get with an air gun. These air canisters are a little older as well, so maybe brand new ones have a bit more punch. But we see they're shooting between the 300 to 360-ish range on the air here. So now next up we're going to test accuracy from about 10 yards on the targets, and then we'll get into the ballistics gel. Alright guys, so we're about 10 yards out, measure it with my little rangefinder there, and we're just going to shoot. If you can look down there, you'll see the 3 red targets that we're going to hit. So we're just shooting for those, seeing how accurate these pellets are. Again, a new canister. So yeah, I'll put 3 to 5 rounds downrange there and just see if we're smacking those targets or not. Alright, so we're going to put about 3 or 5 rounds downrange, see if we hit those targets there, and just to see sort of the accuracy on this guy at 10 yards. Alright, perfect. So it sounded like we hit most of them, mostly on point. We have the GoPro footage up there as well, so we'll sort of see them smacking. Yeah, but now let's try the BBs. Alright, so again, fresh round for the BB, or fresh can for the BBs. We're cracked in, loaded up. We're going to go prone and see if we hit targets with the steel BBs as well. They're far less accurate than the pellets, which is what we're expecting. We hit maybe 3 out of 5 out there, maybe 3 out of 6. So yeah, the pellets are definitely more accurate coming out of it. Let's set up the ballistics gel. I recovered one of the pellets that hit the target there, and it completely flattened out. And on the back we see the shape, but yeah, pretty good deformation out of the pistol. Alright guys, we've got the Predator pellets loaded up. We're going to shoot it into the ballistics gel that we have set up down there, and just sort of see what sort of penetration we're getting at 10 yards. So yeah, we'll put 5 rounds in and see what we get. Here you can see the pellets hit the ballistics gel. It has a pretty impressive wound cavity for a pellet. You can see it deflects upwards slightly. With the next shot here as well, same thing. You can see a solid dump of energy transfer into the gel block. That one hit, but it deflected and went on a 45 angle and through. that one was caught here as well. This one's kind of cool. You can see over on the left, there's a blur just above the piece of plastic. Now that's the pellet coming in. And then you see it just dump all of its energy into the gel block there as the pellet goes in, maybe about an inch. Impressive. All right, so let's go look at our gel here. I've used this for previous tests before, but they're all going the other way. Oh yeah, and we can see pretty much our pellets, they've gone in maybe half an inch. I've got my tape measure. I'll pull it out and actually measure, but yeah. And they also look like they might have tumbled a bit going in, so we'll open those up and take a look and sort of see where they're at. But yeah, pretty decent penetration. Well, for a pellet gun, not bad. All right, guys, I've got the black BBs loaded up now, so we'll do the same test, 3 to 5 down range, see if we can get any sort of penetration with them going from here. So let's get into it. All right, let's go check out if they stuck. Here you can see the Black Widow BB. It punches in about 1.25 inches and comes back in about a 1/4 inch. The other BBs are sticking surprisingly deep. Now this one, it was too weak. I guess that's because of the gas in the gun was just running out, but impressive. All right, let's get up in here. Oh, actually looks like some of them did stick in. We see black pellets in there as well. Actually, just about as deep as the pellets. Now, the pellets are granted heavier, but it looks like they stuck in. We're getting about 1 inch, well, but anywhere between 1/2 inch to 1 inch on some of the deeper ones. So yeah, pretty impressive out of the pellet gun. I think it's exactly what's needed for small game and stuff up close. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. It's been really exciting to see what the M17 air pistol by Sig Sauer was capable of doing. As you can tell in what we've seen through the videos, it's fairly accurate out to this distance. You get solid penetration with steel BBs and pellets. Surprisingly about the same. I thought the pellets would go a little deeper, but they seem to be about there. We noticed a decline in pressure as the rounds go out, but completely effective for close range, like small game, the birds I was worrying about up close. And just fun plinking in the backyard. It handles a fair amount of shots, and it's nice that it has the 20 round belt-fed magazine in there. So it's super close to the real M17. If you want an air pistol for your collection, this isn't a bad one to have. So thank you very much, and until next time, take care, guys.